finance, procurement, quality, IT, engineering, marketing, operations. So most of you are from operations. Yes. Okay. Great. Great. So you may be from any background, but this course is for you. So these Lean and Six Sigma tools and techniques are applicable to all the industries. So it is not only for say engineering or finance professionals or doctors. I see a lot of people who are from healthcare as well. Okay, welcome. A special welcome to you because we have lots of hospitals as our clients. The best petrochemical industries in the world, the number one theme park companies in the world, including Warner Brothers, Disney. Then we have got Yaswater Island, plus a lot of best of the best airline industries. Aramco, the number one, the biggest petrochemical company, SABIC, all. I just wanted to tell you that these are all the industries where Lean Six Sigma can be applied, and we are applying. Okay, great, and good to see all of you here. And I will just share my screen. And this being a webinar, so you may not be able to, see other attendees. Yeah, some people are asking, am I the only person who is attending the session? This is a webinar, so you can't see others, but we can see all of you. Okay, okay, great. And as you were answering the questions, I just prepared my agenda. So once again, a formal welcome to everyone. First 5-10 minutes, we will keep, people keep joining us. So I'll just introduce myself and also tell a little bit about my background. And that will also give you an idea what Lean Six Sigma is. The agenda which I've prepared for the day is that we'll be introducing you to the organization, and then I will talk about what are benefits of Lean and Six Sigma. Then we'll introduce you to the Lean and Six Sigma. Then DMAC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control, the methodology which you use to improve any process in any industry. And then after that, we'll see some applications. If time permits, I will share 1 or 2 case studies towards the end. And still, if time permits, I will be happy to talk about some additional lean topics covering various industries. And if you are willing to stay for another half an hour, I'll be happy to answer your questions also. So after 2 hours of training, we will be still around, and I'll be happy to answer your questions if you have got any specific questions. So let me start with the formal welcome. And this videos I had created during our Corona times. So let me use them.
Hi, welcome to Anexas. Anexas has been consulting and training the professionals in the organizations around the world since 2006, and we have trained more than 150,000 people and consulted for more than 500 organizations, which includes Fortune 100 organizations too. I'm Amitabh Saxena, and I have designed this program based on my 30 years of experience while working in various industries across many domains. The whole Anexas team once again joins me in welcoming you.
So once again, warm welcome to you from all of us. There is right now, although you see me alone, but we have a 25-member team supporting us in this webinar, and they will also answer your questions in case I'm not able to answer on the chat. And feel free to ask your questions. And at any point of time, some people are asking this. This video, the video is recorded, and this video will be available to you after your webinar is over. About myself, about the organization, we have been implementing Lean and Six Sigma in various organizations and also conducting training programs since 2006, almost all continents around the world. About me, I'm residing in Australia, but I keep roaming around the world. Most of my work is in Middle East. And in fact, Yesterday, I was in Dammam. Before that, I was in Dubai and then Riyadh. So most of my work is in Qatar, Riyadh, Dubai, Abu Dhabi. Most of our clients are there. Well, it was not like that. 1990 to 2000, I was working in as an operations person, as a project sort of project come operations role in different petrochemical companies, but I was earning very less. Those days, the earnings were like that only. I'm also an amateur poet, but I spent some money, I invested some money, and because I wanted to progress. So what I did, I invested some money in my certifications, and those days it used to cost a lot. There were no online training programs. And once I did that, as I said before you, I'm a Lean and Six Sigma Master Black Belt, data scientist, PMP, CPHQ, more than 33 years of experience, and consulted more than 200 organizations, including 15 Fortune 100 companies, and also written some books. Guided more than 1,000 projects in multiple domains, be it hospitality, hospitals, healthcare, five-star hotels, five-star airlines, and petrochemical companies, logistics companies. If time permits, I'll show you some videos towards the end of these case studies. You can achieve much more than this, because the reason I'm telling you, because there is a lot of demand of process improvement experts in the world today. And you'll be learning not only from me today, but also from what I have learned from my own students over the last 30 years. Some photographs just to prove that I have been really doing training programs around the world. This is a London program, Mumbai, Bangalore. I also take pride in telling that I was the first person to conduct the Lean and Six Sigma Black Belt in whole of Middle East. That what this program was conducted in 2007 and 8. And since then, I have been conducting training programs. This was in Riyadh in 2007 and 8, where we conducted the Black Belt training, first ever Black Belt training, which was covered in the newspapers also. Europe, lots of programs in Europe, US, Australia, whole of Middle East, won some awards at different forums, appeared in Z Business Show, 13 episodes were there.
Hi, I'm
And
Shekhar Suman, and
we
I wish to
also
congratulate all the Six Sigma certified
talked about
black belt from Anexas. All the best. Thank you.
we also talked about Lean and Six Sigma applications in different industries. So this was a very popular show in 2016 and 17. And yeah, I've spoken in American Society of Quality World Conferences
On 21st of May 2019,
and a lot of clients around the world. I've got lots of videos. I keep writing in newspapers, Gulf News, Times of India, and various newspapers in Australia and UK have written some articles as well. Deputy Health Minister of Saudi Arabia, Dr. Tarif Alama, has some few good words about us. He attended, along with his whole ministry, he attended Lean Six Sigma Green Belt and Black Belt training. Dr. Muhammad Abdul Ali, he also, who's the spokesperson of Ministry of Health of Saudi Arabia, he's also attended our training session. So, yeah, so I think many of you have now joined in. I can start the training program. Okay, let us start with the benefits of Six Sigma. Okay, can you please tell me what is commonality amongst these points? A manufacturing company involved improves production by 30%. A hospital reduces discharge time of patients from 3 hours to 15 minutes. 64% reduction in recruitment time in multinational company. Hotel improves customers' experience and increases bookings to almost 2 times. A bank reduces errors and cycle times by 80% with enhanced customer satisfaction scores, and insurance claims time reduced by 70%. So can you tell me what are the common things here? So Muhammad is telling enhanced performance. Okay, Surendra is telling process. Akash, okay, so thanks. Akash, Gladwin, Grishma, Ahmad, for your responses. And Ali Aliami, okay, yeah, you're also talking about the performance. Adil, Bodur, Shinu. Thanks for your responses. And almost everyone is telling about improvement. And one important, one more common thread running through Imtiaz is telling Lee, Farhat, Akil, okay, Rad. Okay, thanks for your responses. See, all of you are right. And these are all Lean and Six Sigma projects also, which we have done in our client companies. So this just to prove that these are all domains where Lean and Six Sigma is applicable. Okay. Nasir is telling develop digital transformation. Okay. Okay. So they are all Lean and Six Sigma projects. And today you are going to learn some basic tools and techniques as a yellow belt, what you can do. Now, as a yellow belt, you can't do an improvement project, but we'll be learning about the basics of Lean and Six Sigma, and also tell you who's a yellow belt, who's a green belt, who's a black belt in a short while. See, Lean and Six Sigma, black belt or green belt is able to reduce the cost, reduce the defects, reduce the waste in the process, reduce the rework, reduce the cycle time. He can also improve quality, production, productivity, customer satisfaction, capacity, profitability. And which CEO would not love a person who can do all these things? So Lean and Six Sigma, green belts and black belts, they are the people who can really make positive difference to the organization. Now, if someone asks me, someone asked me that, can you tell me in just 2 sentences what a Lean and Six Sigma? So I will say that Lean and Six Sigma is a project approach towards process improvement. Now, what is the basic definition of a project? Project has got a starting point. It has an end point. It doesn't exist after some time. Project is dead after some time, isn't it? So what we do is whatever I want to improve in my organization, I convert that improvement opportunity into a project. So if I want to improve the production, today production is 100 tons per day, I will take up an improvement project that I will increase 100 tons per day to 110 tons per day by March 2024. So typically these projects are for 3 to 6 months. 3 months for a green belt project and 6 months for a black belt project. Before we go further, let me talk about the history of Six Sigma to save my time, and also as I prepare myself with my data, because I've pulled out some data. Today we'll be doing a project. Today together we'll do a project. Unless you really see the project happening, you can't get convinced, isn't it? And the best learning is when you're doing it. Today, being a yellow belt, I will be just demonstrating. I will be doing, and you will be watching. But when you join my green belt and a black belt training, in fact, we together do a project. We do a project together, preferably in your own domain. So if you are from hospital, I do a hospital-related project. If you are from a petrochemical company, I will do a project in a petrochemical company. But now, because people are from mixed backgrounds, I will do a project to reduce recruitment cycle time in a company. Before I go there, it all started in Motorola, and I can use yeah. So here, yeah. So when it all started in Motorola. So Mr. Bob Galvin was he was the CEO of Motorola, and someone commented that the quality of Motorola is really not good. So he took this as a challenge, and he said that I will improve everything in Motorola by 5 times. Now, without knowing how he's going to do that, he invited some suggestions. And one of the suggestions came was that why don't we implement statistical quality control in our operations? And this might improve our production and also revenue and increase the profits. So Bill Smith and Michael Harry were the people, 2 engineers, who gave the suggestions, and they said that we have been doing some improvement projects in Motorola for the last 2-3 years, and it has really made some positive difference. So Bob Galvin was very impressed with these projects, what Bill Smith and Michael Harris showed him. And he told that, I want hundreds of people in Motorola to be doing exactly the same thing, and make a plan for that. And Bill Smith and Michael Harris, they came together, and um, what they did was they came out with a set of tools and techniques which they were utilizing to improve their processes, and they called it Six Sigma. So you can say that green belt and black belt would be these people who would fight any quality related problem in any industry. Like green belt, karate, green belt and black belt can fight any problems. So can fight any enemy. Similarly, you can say that any problems in the industry can be fought, can be taken care of by these green belts and black belts. So they started training green belts and black belts in their own organizations. Every green belt or black belt would take up a project. So imagine hundreds of people doing improvement projects in the organization. It definitely will transform the organization. And that's what happened. First Malcolm Baldrige Award, which was instituted in the year 1988. It is the highest quality award in US. It went to Motorola. And in his award acceptance speech, Mr. Bob Galvin said that this award actually is because we had implemented Six Sigma. So everyone was listening, and one of them was Jack Welch of GE. And he was so impressed with this methodology that he told his employees that if you are not a green belt, you are not going to get promoted. So everyone wanted to be a green belt. And GE also transformed themselves. Then they started telling their suppliers that if you want to win order or get business from GE, then you have to implement Six Sigma. So this is how Six Sigma spread all around the world. Okay, so now you must be wondering what exactly is this Six Sigma. So let me begin with a very basic definition. To understand the Six Sigma in detail, you have to understand some terms. Now, all the terms you will be understanding towards the end of this program. That means after, let's say now we have got 1.5 hours remaining or so. And those who are willing to stay for another half an hour, we have got 2 hours remaining. Now, and some people are asking that, will I get the certificate for this program? Yes, of course, all of you will be getting certificate for this program. So if you attend the full program, 2 hours to 2.5 hours, ideally, you will learn enough knowledge about basics of Six Sigma, and all of you will be getting certificate. If you just answer 10 questions, you have to, there's an exam, right? So some set of questions, we'll decide five or 10 questions. You have to answer these questions, and if you are able to answer these questions, you will get the certificate. We'll provide the link of this exam towards the end. Okay. Ali is telling I'm from oil and gas field. I will try to show you a project from oil and gas field, Ali. If you stay a little bit more, I can't show projects from all the industries, but just remind me after say 1.5 hours, once I complete talking about Lean and Six Sigma, Yellow Belt tools and techniques, I'll be happy to show you this project. Okay. Now, how many are you from oil and gas? Just let me know so that I can even, change my project. Right now, I'm thinking of showing you projects about reducing the recruitment cycle time. Oh, Aramco, you are from Aramco. I have just conducted. Actually, I'm coming from Dammam. Setorp is also one of your group companies. I did a green belt and a black belt training there. Okay, you're from pharmaceutical. Novartis, Arnab Sarkar is telling I'm from pharmaceutical. Novartis, the largest pharmaceutical company. They are also our clients. Okay, Enoch. Okay, Enoch also have done the training. It is in Dubai. And Oud Metha, there, one of the officers is then Oud Metha had done the trainings there also. Yeah, okay, great. Good to see our people participating from our client companies. PwC, Deloitte, they are our client. In fact, I was myself working in KPMG. So people are from PwC also joining in. Noor, yeah, and the Saudi electricity company, that is, they are also our clients. Okay, so yeah, so many people, they have all conducted training programs in your organizations. That was 5 years, 6 years, 8 years back. Nowadays, I'm because things have changed a little bit in Middle East. Like now the restrictions are a little bit more to conduct the training programs. You have to have a partners and this and that. So my physical trainings have reduced. But if your organization can achieve, arrange the training, I can come. Earlier, I used to do the open house training programs in 5-star hotels, 3-star hotels in those cities in Middle East. Now I do in-house training programs, means in the companies, because that visas and all, it's very also difficult to travel from Australia every time. So once I come there, I try to do 3-4 trainings. So just let me know if you are interested after the end of this training. I'll be happy to do, or if you have a group of people and if you can organize place somewhere in your organizations, I'll be happy to do that. Okay, but before that, let us learn about what is Six Sigma, what is Lean. You should be interested in it, right? See, because I'm assuming that you don't know anything about quality. I'm assuming I'm going to start from ground zero. Okay, so I have conducted multiple yellow belt training programs over the last 3-4 years online. Every time I take up one idea or one basic theme. Today, I will be taking you through an improvement project. Okay, and towards the end, because I see a lot of people from oil and gas, I'll also show after 2 hours. But for that, you will have to stay for additional half an hour. I'm sorry, there is no break in the in the whole training, so that is why. But yeah, in between somewhere, you can I can just tell you that sometimes I can give a small break of uh, 5 minutes. During the time, I'll play some videos. I'll play some videos still, so those who don't want to take a break, they can still they can still stick on. So that is one important thing I just wanted to tell you. Please watch this whole program carefully. You are going to learn a lot of tools. Approximately 25 to 30 tools you will be learning and seeing the applications of these tools. Okay. So if you can tell me, because people from various locations are joining in, so I cannot tell you exactly what time the break we can give, because I understand that, there could be, so my team can tell me, my team, if you can do a little bit of this thing that research, like what is the best time. Okay. Okay. Now, if someone asked me, tell me what is lean in 2 sentences. So I'll tell you, see, I'll give you the simple definition, and then I'll give you an advanced definition for both what is lean and what is Six Sigma. And of course, what is lean and Six Sigma. Lean is about mapping the process as it is. As it is means go to the field, go to the place of action, see for yourself how things are taking place, and identify the waste in the system. Waste in the system doesn't mean the waste which we throw in the dustbin. The waste means the process waste. There's a lot of waste in our processes, like transportation, waiting time, over processing, inventory, overproducing, producing more than required. These are all different 7 to 8 waste which we talk about. Rework, anything which you start from re means if you are not doing it something right for the first time, if you are committing a mistake, that means you're wasting the time and resources of the organization, by committing a mistake. So you have to do the rework. So even that is also known as a waste. So identifying these wastes in the processes and trying to reduce them as much as possible so that you can reduce the cycle times in your processes. That is known as lean. Very simple, short definition, right? Very simple, short definition. Means map the process as it is and then try to reduce the waste in the processes and reduce the cycle time. Now, this is what is lean. What is Six Sigma? Reducing the variation in our products or the services. Reducing the variation in our products or the services. So customer is always affected by the variation. I will give some examples. I will give some simple examples, like you go to McDonald's. Usually anywhere around the world, when you go to the McDonald's, you'll find the similar services, similar products, less variation. Because of that, you trust the quality more than any other hotel chain where one branch is good, another branch is not so good. So when you don't see, when you see too much of variation in the products or services, you generally don't trust the quality of that product or service. If you take an example, let's say you go to buy a car, and if the car showroom manager says that there are 6 cars and you have chosen some model, say some model you have chosen, and you want to buy the car, and the manager will not tell you that, the first car, the brake is a little better, the second car, headlights are better. In fact, he will say all cars are same. You can pick up any car. If there is variation in your products or services, customers will not trust you. Now, this you will be understanding more in detail once I told you, once I'll tell you about what is average, what is variation, what there are 2 types of limits which we set usually. So we'll learn about all these things the next half an hour. Okay. So now, so what we'll do, some people are asking about the break time. We'll have a break after, let's say, 15 minutes or so, if you're fine. So 15 minutes, I'll take a 5-minute break. And that time, we can, uh, uh, you know, uh, you can, I think that should be good enough for you. Okay. Now, Lean and Six Sigma. Lean started in Toyota and Six Sigma started in Motorola. But how we implement it, first let me tell you, see, we implemented through trained people in the organization. Yellow belts are those people who have got a little bit idea, very, very brief idea, what are improvement tools, what are, what are the ways to improve our processes. They have got a systems thinking. I will tell you what is the systems thinking, and then they can support the green belts and black belts when they do the projects. Green belts are the people who do the projects. Black belts are the people who do the projects. Green belts generally take up simple improvement projects. Black belt can take complex improvement projects, cutting across different departments, cutting across different locations. And the master black belts are the people who can guide the green belts and black belts and also conduct training programs if they want to, or they can consult the green belts and black belts. They can also roll out Lean and Six Sigma in an organization. Our organization is one of the few organizations in the world which conducts green belt, black belt, and master black belts. And this we have been doing for the last 17 years. So we have been conducting this training program of green belt, black belt, and master black belt in Middle East for the last 17 years. And personally, I have been doing these trainings for the last 22 years. So just wanted to tell you, we also have training programs in various languages also. Now, how do we accomplish these improvement projects? First, let me give you a brief idea about What do you mean by systems thinking? What we call it the systems thinking model. Systems thinking means thinking of your organization as a system. Now think about your organization, and I'm going to draw a model of all the organizations of the world. You will also see your organization in this diagram. You will also see your department in this diagram. You can also see this diagram which I'm making, or the model I'm making, is not for only an organization. It could be for a department also. It could be for an individual also. Okay. So let us see. Any organization in the world is producing a product or a service. They're producing some output. Okay. You are producing an output. This output is either a product or a service. This output is either a product or a service. There is no another kind of output. Either you are producing either a product or a service. So, for example, if you're a petrochemical company, you're producing petrochemicals. If you're an oil company, you're producing oil. If you are in hospital, you are providing treatment. You're providing a service. If you're from a bank, then you are providing accounting services, product or a service. Okay. How do you produce this output? By following a set of series of steps. Okay, series of steps which can run through the departments, various departments, and you take some inputs. Now, inputs could be raw materials. It could be the inputs could be the skills of the people, the staff, the information. If you are in the services industries, IT industry, the services industries take raw material as an information, the requirements. Okay, so requirements of the customers, raw materials received from the suppliers, they are all treated as inputs, and these inputs are converted through a series of steps to an output, which is either a product or a service. Okay. This output goes to the customer. This output goes to the customer. Yeah. And this customer, he would give feedback about this output. And also we can predict the demand of this, demand of our output, which the customer would need in the future. And based on that, our strategy or planning department or scheduling department or CEO's office or the head office, they inform the suppliers to supply the inputs so that these can be again processed and we can produce an output. Process is the definition, basic definition of a process is set of repetitive activities. Anything which you are doing over the period of time again and again. No, you're doing A, B, C, D again and again and producing this output. So if you are in a hospital, you are providing treatment to the patients. So you have a series of steps, registration, then the person goes to the OPD, then pharmacy, gets the medicine, and of course leaves the hospital. If you are producing automobile industry, again you are taking raw materials, processing them, and producing car. If you are in a petrochemical company, you're taking raw materials, your chemicals, and then putting catalysts and adding some different types, mixing the chemicals and producing the output. Now, whole objective is to provide value to the customer. Okay. So what we have understood here is now up to here. What is the definition of a process? A process is something which is repetitive in nature, which if you repeat again and again, will deliver an output, and that is a process. But also please understand, the whole idea is to provide value to the customer. Now, the value which is provided to the customer has to be happy. The value is provided to the customer through the output, which is a product or a service. Now, value is very difficult to visualize sometimes. Okay. Like, for example, you are my customers right now. What is the value you are looking at from this training? Although the output is a training, here I'm providing a service to you. And of course, there would be a certificate by the end of this training program. That is a product. You are getting a product as well as a service. But just to be very honest, see, usually this product or the service is not the value. Value is, as Ali is telling, knowledge enhancement. Knowledge enhancement is the value, and ability to improve your own processes. Getting that skill to improve your own processes, that is the value. And in the yellow belt, you will not get all the skills, but at least you will know the path. You will know the capabilities of Six Sigma. You will know that what Six Sigma is capable of. So that is known as your value. Yeah. So when we look at the value is delivered through the series of steps. And this is series of steps or a stream, flow. This whole thing is flowing, right? I'm producing in a process, output, then goes to the customer. Customer gives you the feedback. Based on that, I make my strategies or planning, inform my suppliers. This is the value stream. This is how the value is created in the organization, also known as value stream map. This is also known as systems map, systems thinking by Edward Deming. Dr. Edward Deming was an American who went to Japan in 1950s, and he transformed the Japanese industry. And he provided this concept of systems thinking. You should look at your organization as a system. You should not think only about your department. That is known as the silo thinking. Silo means, I am in my own department. I am in my own silo. I don't care what's happening before and what's happening afterwards. So if I'm in department B, I just think about department B. And I don't know. I don't care what's happening in A, what's happening in C. I'm in my own silo. As a Lean and Six Sigma professional, you have to think about systems. You have to have systems thinking. And when you are looking at the system, when you are looking at your organizational system, your mindset changes. And then you are able to improve. You are able to provide more value to the customer. Okay. So first is develop the systems thinking. Now then, how does Six Sigma fit in here? See, you cannot improve if you cannot measure. That's rule number one. Rule number two is you can measure everything. I'll tell you how. Some of you may disagree that how can you measure so many things which are immeasurable. I will tell you a trick how to measure everything. So I was talking about maybe 3 rules. Rule number 1 is you can improve everything. You cannot improve unless you can measure. That is one rule number. First rule. And the second rule is you can improve. You can measure everything. And the third is if you think something cannot be measured, go back to rule number 2. That means everything can be measured. Now, jokes apart, the third rule is if you think something cannot be measured, probably it is attribute data. So I'll tell you what is an attribute data and what is a continuous data in a short while. But just to give you a brief overview. How will I satisfy my customer? I have to collect his voice. I have to check his voice. Customer will tell me, I want number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, lots of things. I cannot satisfy the customer unless I convert into measures. Okay. So whatever the customer wants, I convert into measures or metrics. In Six Sigma, we call it as CTQ, critical to quality measures. We call it as critical to quality measures. Means customer perceives my quality through some measures. 3 important measures will always be there in any product. Think of your product or service. Now, I hope you are able to visualize your organization in this format. First of all, let me know if you are able to organize. Are you able to fit your organization or your department in this model till now? Are you able to see that? Yeah. So thanks, Basel. Yeah. Ahmed and Belar. Okay. Thanks a lot. Now, yeah, so a lot of people are responding. I can't take the name of Farhad, everyone. Farhad is there, Muhammad, Dalar, Ahmad, Ayash, Clinton, Amol. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah, but keep responding. So I will know that you are understanding. So that's the best part. Otherwise, and then it becomes interactive, isn't it? So that then you feel happy also. Uh, just now, see, I have traveled the last week. I've traveled from Australia to 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm telling you, Australia to Dubai. Then just now, recently, I came from Dammam. So just still I'm. You can see on my face, I'm still feels like I've just got out of my sleep. So you have to keep me awake. So product or service, how do what the 3 measures, always you'll find the 3 measures. 3 measures are, what are the 3 measures? What is the full form of VOC? Voice of customers. Voice of customers. VOC means voice of customers. Okay. I'll just write. I have to collect voice of customer. When you join my sessions, I'll give you a lot of videos. In fact, you can see my videos. Those who want to further enhance their knowledge, I run a channel, Anexas. Just subscribe to that channel. Some videos I will show you here today, but all these videos are, of course, available there. And specific tools and techniques, like one video definitely you should watch is failure modes and effects analysis, FMEA. Please subscribe to the channel, and once you subscribe to the channel, you will receive almost all the videos free of costs. And subscription is free, totally free. Okay. So this, please, store these links which are given here. Please store these links, and they will be very, very useful. Trust me, this program is going to be very, very useful for you. Yeah, means at least you will change your mindset towards your organization and towards your work, and you will be a better manager, better engineer, better doctor, better nurse, a better accountant. Whichever skill you belong to, you will be definitely doing your job better. Okay, so product or service. So coming back, customer, how does customer evaluate? There are certain measures. The 3 common measures are always there. One is cycle time. Cycle time is time taken to complete a job. Okay. Another is errors or mistakes, or I would say quality, defects. And there are different names for that: defects, errors, mistakes, which we commit. And another is cost. Plus, there could be many more measures which are specific to that product. So suppose if you are in petrochemical industries, intrinsic viscosity of a particular product. If you are from hospital, then infection rates could be one of the important measures. Mortality rates in the hospitals. Then, in fact, a lot of major hospitals in Middle East, International Medical Center, Dammam University Hospital, King Fahd Medical City, Sultan Qaboos University Hospital in Oman. Lots of hospitals, they are our clients. And in fact, we have got ministries of health, National Healthcare Services UK, and then similar Medicare of Australia, and Ministry of Health in Saudi Arabia. They are all our client. So this model, as I was telling, is applicable to everywhere. Okay. And this video also is there with you. Some people are asking, can you give us the notes, etc. This video will be there forever in our YouTube channel. So if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, just click the subscribe button. You will get access to this video forever. So you can watch it as many times as you want. Now we have understood how the model of the system looks like. Now what we do as a green belt or black belt. Now you will find me talking about green and black belts. Green and black belts. As a yellow belt, you have to know what is Lean Six Sigma, and the key players of Lean and Six Sigma implementations are the green belts and black belts who do these projects. So whichever area, cycle time, errors, cost, or any specific measure like infection rates or customer satisfaction ratings, wherever you want some improvement, let's say if I want to reduce the recruitment cycle time in my organization, I take this as a project. And I told you, project has got a starting point and an end point. So this becomes a 3-month project to reduce the recruitment cycle time in my organization. And this is taken up by a green belt, who is a person from the same organization. So this person gets trained in the tools and techniques. And what tools and techniques you are going to learn. You are also will be part of this whole learning journey in the next 1 hour. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. DMAC. So the green belts and black belts are capable of improving any measure, any CTQ, by taking up an improvement project. And now, of course, they don't do this project alone. They do it with the team. Okay. So they decide on their team. They make a team. And what are these 5 phases they follow? We will see. Okay. We will see now. But before that, let me play a short video. And those who want to take a break, I think this is the right time to take the break, if I am not wrong. So we can take a small break, but I will be playing a video which talks about Six Sigma in 100 seconds. In 100 seconds means within 100 seconds, if someone asks me what is Six Sigma, so how will I answer that? So let us hear that video first. So this next 5 minutes, I'm giving you a small break, and you can utilize it. And after that, you'll be back. So my team can play that 10 seconds video, please. Yeah, individually also you can do the project. Franklin asking, can we do projects individually? In fact, you have to do individual projects only. Yeah.
Lean and Six Sigma is an improvement methodology which reduces costs, defects, errors, cycle times, and increases the customer satisfaction, resulting in better efficiency and higher profits. In short, it does whatever a CEO or a shareholders want. It is used in all domains, be it manufacturing, services, oil and gas, IT, construction, banking, healthcare, textile, telecom, BPO, and whatnot. Here, we convert the improvement opportunities in the organizations to projects and train people like you who are working in these processes as green belts and black belts who execute those projects in 5 phases: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. In define phase, we set the direction for improvement by writing a problem and goal statement and forming a project team. In measure, we collect the data and understand how the process is performing. In analyze, we analyze the root causes, we map the process, identify the waste, use cause and effect diagram, Pareto analysis, graphical analysis, and hypothesis tests. In improve phase, we generate ideas to take care of root causes using lots of tools like brainstorming, mistake proofing, FMEA, etc. And in control phase, we sustain the improvements for a long time by using process management and control charts. To become a black belt, you just need to know addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and of course, a lot of fire in the belly. Do I need to tell you that? Of course, it is Anexas where professionalism meets fun and where people fall in love with statistics and process improvement. Well, that's what our clients tell us. And we take pride in telling that we are the best. If you are not doing Six Sigma with us, then you are missing something.
Some of you are asking the questions. I'm just replying here. Hospitality, yes, it is very much possible. Hospitality industry, facilities industry. In fact, I just came from a training program of we did it for a catering company, and the hospitality Warner Brothers Hotel. They are our clients. A lot of five-star hotel chains, they are our clients, so you can reduce the time taken to check in right from that till the time taken to serve your food to the customers, to the improving the occupancy rate of your hotels. Yeah, so see, think of your improvements. See, the answer to a lot of people are asking specific to how can you do it in a finance industry, banking industry. See, look at this model. If you, as long as you look at this model, which I just made, you will get your answer. So whatever you have a customer, right? So whoever is your customer, they have a measure which is important from their perspective, which we are calling it a CTQ. And then you take up that improvement project on that particular CTQ. That's simple thing. That's a very, very simple definition of a project. Now, I will complicate my definitions, Oh, Basil is saying logistics. Nakel, I don't know which country you are from, but Nakel, Saudi Arabia's biggest transportation company. They are our client. 10 years we have implemented Six Sigma there. Yeah. I can even show you during the break. Maybe, as I said, I will not be taking up any tools and techniques, but I'll show you some feedback from one of our clients from logistics industry. Okay, my team, if you have got that, you can just tell me, show me. Yeah. Okay, so I think what I will do. Yeah. So I'll just tell you, before I proceed with the tools and techniques, I will just tell you that how Lean Six Sigma is implemented in the organization. See, we take up improvement projects. Yeah, Emirates NBD. Oh, I'm conducting the training for you. Okay, Winhell, I'm conducting. It's an ongoing training for Emirates NBD. I'm doing this training right now. And I did it for your IT organization 4 years ago. Winhell is telling right now they're applying it in Emirates NBD, and I'm the trainer for you. Okay, so you're one of right now. There is a batch going on, which is 11 people's batch. They're undergoing this training. So anyway, coming back to the how we implement. See, we have a. So I'll show you this whole implementation procedure. Then I'll show you the project also. So we choose improvement opportunities in different departments, and then we train the senior management. So I'm telling you the ideal way of how do you implement Lean and Six Sigma. You form a steering committee, and then one quality leader is assigned to implement Lean and Six Sigma in the organization. The sponsors or the head of the departments, they suggest some improvement projects. They allocate to green belts and black belts, who are the good performers in your organization. And these green belts and black belts get trained in the tools and techniques by master black belts, okay, like me. And then they do the projects. Like, for example, if I take someone is from pharmaceutical, so I'll just show you Novartis. I conducted this training program for the senior managers. And then once they got convinced, we used some tools and techniques. We also played a game there. Once they got convinced in the power of Lean and Six Sigma, then after that, they nominated the people and they nominated their departments. So if I go to the another, let me take examples from another different organizations. There's a very well-known group called Alphatam Group. So they also underwent the same training and a similar training, and then senior management, they chose some projects and they allocate to the green belts. Now these green belts, when they come to the classroom, they are trained in the tools and techniques, and then they will be applying these tools and techniques to their own processes. So just to give you a glimpse, like these are the
Team name 1, 2, 3. Anti-Muda. And your slogan 1, 2, 3. Green air go. Okay. And your song 1, 2, 3.
We are the champions. We are the team.
Wow.
Yay! Well done.
And your team name 1, 2, 3.
Hola, Squadra!
So what's happening is that they are undergoing a training. They formed a team. They're learning tools and techniques in the green belt training, and then once they complete the training, then they present their project to the senior management. And so I'll take you to National Healthcare Service, where this person has in UK. They have attended the training. They have applied these tools and techniques to their process, and then completed the project. And once they present the project, the senior management, they approve the project, saying that, okay, yeah, you have made some good difference to the organization. And then you are certified as a green belt or black belt.
Well, we have Alex with us, and he has done excellent Lean and Six Sigma projects in National Healthcare Service and in hospitals. So, Alex, would you like to tell us something about it?
Hello, I'm Alex Wells, Head of Service Improvements at the Royal Liverpool University Hospital. I've been really fortunate to present today on how us as a trust are using Lean and Six Sigma principles to deliver better care for our patients. I've presented today on a lot of the work that we've done around how we've improved patient outcomes, reducing mortality, improving length of stay, and also talked about how we can actually realise some financial benefits from that. Over the past 2 years, we've been really fortunate that we've done some good work, and it's actually delivered us £2 million worth of quality efficiencies through delivering better patient care.
So this was about the individuals. Now it also transforms the whole organization. So in Bank Muscat, we did a lot of projects. We have videos, but I'll not be playing video because now we are coming to the end of our break. But yeah, one video I'll show you, which someone asked about logistics. So NACL, for 10 years, we see the Lean Six Sigma is implemented in waves, like 6 months, 6 months, 6 months. So in 6 months, we select some projects, say 5 to 10 projects. Then next 6 months, again, 5 to 10 or 20 projects, depends on the organization. And here's then CEO of NACL talking about it.
My name is Mohammed Al Bayati. I'm the CEO of NAPL. through Anexas, Mr. Amitabh has teach me and more than 1,000 employee of NAPL, Six Sigma and Lean processes. This affected our bottom lines by millions of riyals, and it is having a big impact in changing our company from a local company to a regional or multinational company. Thanks to Anexas and Mr. Amitabh. Thank you.
So
very
just
much.
wanted to tell you that, this is applicable in all industries. As promised, I will show you the oil and gas project also after some time. But now let us get back to our learning journey. Let us talk about tools and techniques. So what we'll do now, best way to learn is by doing, So I'll teach you a tool and apply these tools and techniques to a project, imaginary project. Not imaginary, I'll show you a real project, which we did around 12 years ago. We reduced the recruitment cycle time in a large engineering company. And I'm choosing the improvement project as the recruitment cycle time reduction because everyone knows recruitment cycle time. Because if I show oil and gas, so people from hospital may not understand. If I show a hospital project, people from oil and gas will have an issue. So everyone knows the recruitment, right? So I'm just choosing that. And afterwards, I'll be happy to share other projects. But for that, you'll have to stay back. But for yellow belt, I'm choosing DMAC, define, measure, analyze, improve, control applications. So DMAC is a methodology. Okay. So one of you asked who's a champion? I'll tell you, champion or sponsor. Sometimes some companies call it as champion. Sometimes they call it a sponsor. So champion or sponsors are the head of the departments. The head of the departments who themselves are not green belts and black belts, who have not undergone this green belt and black belt training. See, green belts undergo 3 to 4 days of training. Black belts undergo 3 to 4 days of additional training to learn these tools and techniques. But the champions or the sponsors are the head of the departments who may or may not have undergone the training, but who support the projects, who will sponsor their candidates, their own people, saying that, yes, you can go ahead and improve my process. Okay. So let us learn about define, measure, analyze, improve, control. And what we'll be learning in our whole journey, we'll be learning about CPHQ. We'll learn about project charter. We'll also learn in the measure phase types of data, the normal distribution, and the control charts concept. Then we'll also learn about cause and effect diagram, Pareto analysis, box plots and scatter plots, few glimpses I will show you. I'll show you the applications. So purpose of yellow belt is to just know the tools. You yourself may not be able to use it because you have not practiced them, but at least you will know how these tools and techniques work in a setup, in Lean Six Sigma setup. Then if time permits, I'll talk about brainstorming and 5S and Pokayuke also, but that only if time permits. But yeah, till definitely analyze phase, I'll be able to show you lots of good tools and techniques. It depends if you want. See, time is permitting, but you should be willing to stay. It's left to you, right? If you want to stay for a long time, I can carry on for 1 more hour. I'm happy. Right now, there's nothing in my agenda. So next 1 or 2 hours, I'm totally free. So I'll be happy to. If you want me to answer the questions, I'll do that, or I'll show you some projects. Okay. So now let us look at the project. So this company wanted to reduce the recruitment cycle time, and they have taken a project. So we followed define, measure, analyze, improve, control. Now, in brief, what that is. Define means we define a problem statement. We define a problem statement and a goal statement, what actually we want to achieve. Then we also form a team. Then in measure phase, we collect the data. Lean and Six Sigma is a data-oriented technique. Whatever you are saying, it has to be substantiated with the data. So one of the quotes of Deming is that in God we trust, rest others bring data. Means I'm not going to trust you unless you show me the data. So whatever you're saying, like let me take a simple example. Suppose day-to-day life example. If I want to reduce my weight, I want to improve my health. Yeah, improve health. One of the measures, one of the CPQs, one of the measurable characteristics of my health is weight. So my problem is that I want my weight is 90 kg and my goal is to become 80 kgs. So first I'll start collecting the data. Yeah. First I start collecting the data, and for few days I'll just collect 90 kg, 91 kg, 89.5 kg, 89.8 kg, 90, etc. And I'll make a histogram. I'll express how is my performance today. I collect my data about my weight. And most of the processes, as you will see today, they follow normal distribution. Any repetitive process, it follows normal distribution. So every process operates within certain limits. Right now, if you go with this data, my limits are my weight is varying between 89 to 91. This is my current performance. See, I'll just write it here. This is my current performance. This is 89 to 91. This is my weight variation. This is my weight variation today. And of course, I define a defect. Now, as per the doctor, as per the health expert, any weight, if my weight is above 80 kg, it's a defect. So I am actually almost 100% defects, producing 100. My process is producing 100% defects, right? I'm at almost zero sigma level. See, as I reduce my defects, my sigma level increases. Okay, I will not be able to talk about how to calculate sigma level in the yellow belt session, but when you join my green belt and black belt session, I'll tell you. I go into the in-depth, parts of the statistics. Like I go to the deep fundamental aspects of statistics to tell you. We derive the formula also of all the statistical terms, and you will have definitely fun. I'm promising that. So for the time being, just go with the overview. So what we did, this is my current performance. Okay. Now, in the analyze phase, I analyze why I'm performing like that. What is my issue? We call whatever I'm trying to improve, we call it as Y. Y means the output. The output. Here, Y is my weight. That is my CTQ. That is my measure, isn't it? And the factors which are influencing the Y, they are known as X factors. They are known as X factors. So my weight is getting influenced by so many factors, like the kind of food I eat, my diet, my portions of food, how much I eat, then sleep, then travels, then so many things. Now these factors, so many factors are there, 10, 15, 20 factors. I brainstorm on all the possible factors, whatever I can think of. And then I identify the root cause. See, not all factors are equally influencing my weight. For me, root cause could be different. For you, it could be different. So for me, actually, I did this analysis, and I actually did this project, by the way. After I identify all the possible factors, I apply Pareto principle. Vilfredo Pareto was an Italian economist who found that 80% of the money is applicable to, 80% of the money was with 20% of the people. 80% of the money was lying with 20% of the people, and he called this 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule means 80%, if you apply this to our quality, 80% of the problem which you are trying to solve is due to 20% of the X factors. So you must have written down multiple X factors. but only 20%. So suppose you have written down 10 factors which might be influencing your problem. Only 20% means 20% of 10 means 2. 2 are responsible for 80% of your problem. So you have to find out which are these factors through analysis. So using some tools and techniques, after applying these tools and techniques, we found, and I found in this case, that my weight was affected mostly by my sleep and the portion of the food I'm eating. I was already eating good food, but means good food in the sense less carbohydrates, etc. Exercises were not a problem. I was doing exercises, but the portion of food which I was eating was the root cause, and the sleep also was a root cause. And then I improved on that. So in the improve phases, we act on the root causes. So in the analyze phase, we get the root causes, and the improve phase, we attack those root causes. We take care of these root causes and then reduce the weight. So here, I improved my sleep patterns and also reduced the portions of the food, and I was able to reduce to 80 kg. Now, once I am reduced to 80 kg, I'm feeling very happy, but this happiness should last for a long, long time, isn't it? So this was my earlier performance before. Now I have reduced to 80 kg. But this should be there forever, isn't it? So I should be able to control it. So I have to put some measures, control measures, like I have to now make a new standard operating procedure for me. I have to train my team members. Here team members would be my like family members or my people who are taking care of my diet and also who are taking care of my other health related issues. And I communicate the new procedure to them, and I keep monitoring my weight, on a regular basis using control charts. And this is how, I just wanted to give you an example of a DMAC, okay, DMAC project. Now here, let us apply this to our recruitment cycle time. Now, when you are doing a project, you are doing a project in a process. And I already told you what is the project and what is the process. You are doing a project in a process. So first you have to identify that process. Which process here we are referring to? We are referring to recruitment process. So our project is to reduce recruitment cycle time, and the process is recruitment process. And then I have to identify the sponsor or the champion. Sponsor or the champion means the head of the department. Head of the department is the sponsor of the champion. And once I understand this, engage the champion, sponsor of the champion, I also identify the process owner, the manager of the process, and whose process I'm doing the project. So he becomes the process owner. Then we have to have some people who are work from that organization, not necessarily in the recruitment process. They can be from any department. In fact, you can improve any process in any industry once you are a green belt or a black belt. But first project should be done usually in your own department so that you can focus more on the tools and techniques application rather than learning the process. But later on, you can apply these tools and techniques to any process. So we have found the team of, this is the process improvement team. And once we have done the process improvement team, I make a SIPOC. So SIPOC is nothing but, if you remember, I drew a systems map here. So if I just take S for supplier, I for inputs, P for process, O for outputs, and C for customers. So the subset of the systems map, subsets of the systems map is SIPOC, supplier, input, process, output, and customer. So identify, generally when you are doing a SIPOC, you go from right to left. So identify the customers. Here the departments are the customers. What is the output? The recruited employees, the output. Process, basic 4-5 steps, and then inputs and the suppliers. Now, if I go to the customers and collect voice of customers, I'll ask customers, how do you like or what do you think about my output? So they will say, well, you take too much time to recruit an employee. They may say like that. So what is the measure? Measure is recruitment cycle time. They may also say that, the kind of employees you recruit, they are not really good. They don't, they or the ones you are, suggesting, they are not, they may say, I'm not saying that they will be always saying, but they may say that they don't match the requirements. So here, how will I measure? Percentage of employees suggested by the recruitment department, which are perfect match for my requirements. So you have to measure. Without measurement, you cannot improve, as I said, told you. So you have to measure. So you identify the outputs. So here we have selected the time as my measure. The Y is the time. And what are the X factors? So process measures on the processes and measures on my inputs. They are the X factors. And we also say that Y is function of X, means my recruitment cycle time is influenced by all the factors here, like IT system is working or not, job description is available or not, CVs are available or not, budget is approved or not, HR staff is skilled or not, travel documents are ready or not, time taken to interview the shortlist candidate, time taken to negotiate, time taken to develop the mobilization plan, time taken to mobilizing the candidate. All these are X factors, means measures on inputs and processes. So measure on output is known as the Y. Measure on inputs and processes are known as the X factors. I hope you are with me till now. I hope you are with me. Now, how will I deal with the data? How will I, once I collect the data, how will I deal with the data? So first, let us understand there are two types of data. Do you agree that some data can be measured and some cannot be measured? In fact, I told you already, if you can't improve, if you cannot measure, you can't improve, you cannot measure. And you can measure everything. Okay. So let me tell you how to measure everything. There are two types of data, continuous data and attribute data. Okay. Continuous data and attribute data. Continuous data are, they have a unit, they have a unit. And there's a possibility of a decimal point there. Let's say my age is 55.1 years. And that is my age. Okay. It has a unit, and that is a decimal point. Means all the data which can be represented on a continuous line, which is from minus infinity to plus infinity, any point on that line can be represented as a continuous data. That is known as continuous data. Okay. Now this is known as, some examples would be procurement time, recruitment cycle time, waiting time of patient or waiting time of your customer in your bank. They are all examples of continuous data. Attribute data is the one which we think we cannot measure. So I'll tell you how to measure everything. Now there are some good videos which are available. I'll just show you, or maybe I'll use those videos to. Hi, I'm Amitabh Saxena, and to my all the things, I have the story of Six Sigma, how it started, is also mentioned in the as a video.
Who can do improvement projects in the
These
organization
are all available
by choosing improvement opportunities and converting these improvement opportunities into projects. It all started in Motorola when Bob Galvin, the CEO, took a challenge.
So in a video format with a lot of pictures, etc., is also there. Now coming back, what is types of data? So let me talk about types of data.
Probably it is attribute data. Now let me tell you, how can you measure anything? There are two types of data, continuous data and attribute data. Continuous data can be represented on a number line. It can have a decimal place. It can also have a unit. Say, for example, age, height. Age is 52.5 years. That's my age. Height.
Oh, that was my age 3 years ago. Okay.
Maybe 180.1 centimeters. Cycle time of a process 3.5 hours, or procurement time in an organization 120.3 days. These are all continuous data because they all have a possibility of a decimal, means they can be expressed in decimal points, and also they all have a unit. Now let us talk about attribute data. Attribute data can be expressed in categories, and categories can be counted. Say, for example, if you want to measure happiness, so easiest way to measure any attribute data is to create a category, and if possible, you can create a binary category. A presence or absence of that attribute can be one of the simplest categories.
So let me explain this to you. As telling that measure, see, we have measures. Now I want to measure, because customer voice will be always in sentences. I want, let's say you're running a restaurant, so and a coffee. You're running a coffee shop. So they'll say, I want hot coffee. But what will the measure? Temperature of the coffee. They'll say, I want speedy service. So what will be the measure? Time taken to serve the coffee. I want clean cups or cleanliness. So what will be the measure? 1 to 5 rating on cleanliness. So in order to understand that there are, how can I measure anything? We have to understand the data types. Continuous data and attribute data. Continuous data I already talked about. I told you. So here our recruitment cycle time is a continuous data. Yeah. Now what about attribute? See, attribute, in order to put a measure, first you have to write that attribute which you think is difficult to measure. And then attribute, then category, then count, then proportion. Okay. And sometimes people, they express in percentage also. So let us say that, I want to measure something like, people say, I can't measure happiness, I can't measure feelings, I cannot measure love, I cannot measure. Generally, when I ask people, tell me anything which you can't measure. Okay. So, now attribute data. Happiness. In order to measure anything, create categories of that attribute. Now here, what can be the category? If I can't think of any category, the easiest trick you apply is presence or absence of that, whatever you have written there. So here I can say happy, unhappy. Yeah. Happy. Okay. Happy, unhappy. Okay. Okay. Now, if you look at this, I checked with 100 employees, and 60 were happy and 40 were unhappy. So if I express as proportion, proportion means out of this circle, if the circle is treated as 1, what will be the portion belonging to happiness? 0.6. And proportion belonging to the unhappy is 0.1, sorry, 0.40. Yeah. So it will be total 1. And generally our, the word is habitual of percentage. So if the circle is 100, so what belongs to happy? 60. And what belongs to unhappy? 40. Okay. So this is 60% and this is 40%. Okay. Now, I was able to measure happiness. Some people may say, well, happiness it depends on person to person. See, we are not telling that you can measure accurately. See, but it is serving my purpose of improvement. What was the purpose? My purpose was to improve happiness in the organization, isn't it? Why am I measuring? I want to improve something. And I want to improve happiness. So today, 60% of the employees are happy, and you would like to make it, let's say, 80%. That becomes a project. And now I can improve happiness. I can, do something about it. I can make a cause and effect diagram, why people are unhappy, why 40% of people are unhappy, and how to increase that happiness, and how to reduce unhappiness, and then think of improving. So I cannot improve if I cannot measure. That's what, I was talking about. So put a measure. Now, attribute data will not be exact, accurate measure, but that's fine. Don't wait for your accurate measure, because if you keep waiting for that, your competitor will start measuring that, whatever you are thinking that you are not able to measure, and they would have improved by the time, you are still waiting for your measure. So don't wait for the ideal, accurate measure. Just measure. And once you measure, you'll yourself find, there is a happiness. Just to tell you, in UAE, there is a happiness minister. They measure the happiness index on a weekly basis. Yeah. Now, my tools and techniques, the choice of tools and techniques depends on the type of data I'm having. Now, see, first, let me take you through the DMAC project. Right now, that's the whole purpose. But later on, I will also would be happy to talk about some of the basic statistics, some of the measures of variation. But it depends on how much you can stay on. But first, the purpose here right now is to tell you that how types of data will influence the choice of the tools which you will be making to express or depict your process. So when I am collecting the data which is continuous in nature, I will use histograms. Now, how to do histograms, etc. I will just demonstrate using Minitab. There's a tool called Minitab. This is a Minitab. When you join my sessions, you will also learn Minitab as well. The Minitab looks something like this. So if I have got the data, something like recruitment time, baseline means initial data. If I've got the data like this, I can make a histogram. Now, which buttons I am clicking, don't worry, because when you join my green belt, I'll tell you. I'll give you this tool also. All the companies in the world, they use Minitab when they do Lean and Six Sigma projects. Very easy to analyze. So this Minitab will tell me what is the average, what is the standard deviation of my recruitment process. Every process will have a standard deviation, which if you are interested in what is standard deviation, what is the formula, I have made a video for that. You can watch that on my YouTube channel. But right now, I'm not going to discuss that because I just want to give you the bigger picture. You will be able to make a histogram if your data is continuous data. But if the data is attribute data, you cannot make a histogram. It's futile to make a histogram. Then you have to make a pie chart. Pie chart or a bar chart. Like if you are talking about customer satisfaction. Customer said, very, very happy customer, neutral customer, unhappy customer, extremely unhappy. Now, these are categories, isn't it? This is attribute data. By the way, attribute data is also known as discrete data because attribute data cannot be expressed on a continuous scale, isn't it? Like I cannot have 60.1 people happy. Can I have that? I cannot say there are 60.1 people who are happy. It's not possible. It's always discrete count, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, discrete numbers. That's why it is also known as discrete data, or always expressed as discrete data. But when you convert into proportion or percentage, it looks like you have made a decimal, but it's not a decimal, right? It's still a proportion. It's still attribute data. Now, I will interpret this data. Okay, so now let us go back to our, project. In the define phase, we also write a project charter. Project charter where I write what is my problem statement and what is my goal statement. Okay. What is my problem statement and what is my goal statement? Very clearly. And then if I achieve my goal statement, am I going to save money? That also I write. And that becomes my define phase. Define phase, we make a SIPOC, we collect the voice of customer, convert it to measurable characteristics, identify the measure, which I'm interested in improvement. And then after that, using that measure, pulling out that measure, here recruitment cycle time is one of the measure, and I write a project chart. And then I start measuring, in the measure phase, I start measuring. So if I'm dealing with continuous data, I will measure the Y as well as the X factors. And I'll start finding the relationship between the X and Y factors. So if, for example, here, recruitment cycle is the Y. I'm not only monitoring recruitment time, I will also start monitoring recruitment time depends on the approval time or approval delay. Recruitment time depends on the funds available or not. Recruitment time depends on whether the job description is available or not. These are my X factors. So I'll also collect the data on X factors and then try to see the relationships between the two. Like, for example, when you go to the doctor, a doctor doesn't treat your symptom. Why is the symptom? Why tells you that something is wrong in your process? But doctor doesn't tell you, let's say I go to the doctor and I tell him that I'm having fever. The doctor will not tell me to reduce my fever by just sitting in the refrigerator for 5 minutes and coming out. He's not going to tell you that, right? He's going to tell you that he'll collect the data. He'll do a blood test or do an X-ray report. He will collect some data, does a data analysis. And then after that, he finds the root cause of my problem and he gives the medicine for that root cause. Similarly, a green belt or a black belt doesn't jump to the solutions. There's a problem, customer is dissatisfied. He'll not give you immediately a quick fix. He will actually collect the data, find the root cause, and then give the solution. So the problems are in the X factors, not in the Y. Y is just a symptom. you cannot, if you just fix, or you can, if you try to reduce the recruitment cycle time or just focus on that, you can't do much about it. But you can do a lot of things about the X factors, because X factors you can control. Y only you can monitor. So what we do is when we interpret, whenever we get a particular in the measure phase, when we collect the data, depending on the type of data, we either make a histogram. Here, recruitment cycle time is a continuous data, so I make a histogram. And also I define a defect. What is a defect? Any recruitment taking more than 60 days is a defect. Okay. So any recruitment taking more than 60 days is a defect. Okay. How many defects I'm making? 27 defects out of 47. So in 1 million opportunities, how many defects I would have made? So 27 divided by 47 multiplied by 1 million. In 1 million, I would have made how many defects? I would have made 627,000 defects, approximately, or 67% defects, percentage-wise, if you want. And we convert this into a sigma level. There is a table which helps you to convert this into sigma level, which I'll not be talking about in the yellow belt session, but I'll just tell you that as the sigma level increases, your quality improves. So if you make more defects, your sigma level is less. And if your defects per million opportunities just 3 or 3.4 defects in 1 million opportunities, your sigma level is 6. You say, my process is operating at 6 sigma. What is the current sigma level? We are operating at 1.144. So to reach, see, now we don't have to actually always think of reaching 6 sigma. You just understand where you are today. I am at 1.14 and I can, I can be happy at 2 sigma also, 3 sigma also. 3 sigma means 93% quality. 4 sigma means 99% quality. 5 sigma is 99 point, say something, I don't remember the exact figure. 6 sigma is 99.99997% quality. Now, depends on how much you want, right? Though there are tables, and then you can always look at a sigma level. Now we will look at why, what is causing this problem. So you can use 2 doors. In the analyze phase, you can do 2 doors. One is process map, Gemba walk. Gemba means go to the field, go to the place of action, go to the battleground. Gemba is a Japanese word which says go to the place of action. And try to find the non-value added activities. Try to find the waste in the system. Try to find those activities which are not adding any value. You will be surprised to know that 60 to 70% of our time is wasted on non-value added activities. We may not realize it. So identify them. Then similarly, go to the data. Data door means I'll do a cause and effect diagram. I'll make a cause and effect diagram. I'll do a Pareto chart. Yeah. And I'll do a box and scatter plots. So for example, let us do a process map. So now we'll do a detailed process map. Let us follow this. Now, first we'll start with the process map. And we are identify the non-value added activities. We can also apply escape technique. Eliminate, simplify, combine, automate, and parallel. ESCAP. Eliminate. Simplify. Combine. Automate. And parallel. Escape technique. Means every question I'll ask, every step, I will ask 5 questions. So step number 1, can I eliminate? No. Can I simplify? Yes. What is the simplification I am recommending? Step number 2, can I eliminate? Yes, I can eliminate. It's not required. This was designed. See, every process which you are following today was designed 5 years, 10 years, sometimes 20 years ago. And a lot of things are not needed today, but we are blindly following it. So can I reduce this? If yes, remove that step, eliminate the step. Can I combine this step with some other step? Can I automate the step given the new technology? Can I make it parallel? Parallel means, doing the thing simultaneously. So you will come out with totally new steps. You can redesign your process in just 2 hours when you hold this session with your team members as captain. Also, if you follow the data door means, you make a cause and effect diagram, you invite people, all the people who know the process, think of whatever cause comes to your mind and they put it on the wall. Here you can use fishbone technique, which talks about 6 M's: man, machine, material, method. So you can brainstorm on man, machine, material, method, measurement, and environment or mother nature, and write all the possible causes, whatever come to your mind, on the post-it note and post it here. And then you can do a 80-20 analysis, Pareto analysis on it. Pareto analysis can be done using voting. Pareto analysis can be done using real data. Okay. So let me show you in Minitab how we can do all these things. So let's say I write down man related cause, machine related cause, material related causes, measurement related causes, environment related causes. So here I've written down method related causes, brainstormed here, and I can make a cause and effect diagram. Okay, so these are the causes. Now, not all causes would be responsible for my problems. So what I will do, I will apply Pareto analysis. So I'll list down. Whenever there is a delay, I'll list down the main cause. So first delay was due to the approval time. Another was due to job description was not available. Another was types of hiring, because it's a complicated hiring. So all these job description not available. So some of the causes you will see are repeated more. Some of the causes are repeating less time. So if I ask Minitab to do a Pareto analysis, Minitab, what it does is, it collects all the data. How many times a particular cause is appearing, assessment time. Assessment time is appearing 13 times. Job description not available is appearing 9 times. Approval time is appearing 6 times. So I'm arranging them in descending order. And the percentage contribution of that particular cause is also listed. 34% is contributed by the assessment time. Job description not available is contributing 23%. Approval time is contributing 15%. And types of hiring is contributing 15%. 10%. And then cumulative. Cumulative means first 2 total together. You look at this line, which is going up. This is known as cumulative line. So this is totaling up the percentages. The first 2 together are giving you 57%. First 3 are giving you 73%. First four are giving you 84%, and so on and so forth. If you see, my team has put one case study of escape analysis. If you want to see actual application of escape analysis, I have put that whole case study in the link. You can watch that video later on. Yeah, so coming back to the Pareto. So here, this is our cumulative line. And you can see that 80% is contributed. See, first four, if you total the contribution together, that is coming to around 84%. So let me focus only on those four. And I'll take an action on those four. I can further validate them. See, I can even validate them. Let me validate that. Before I take action, I further collect the data. Recruitment number 3452, one person was recruited. What was the approval time? 17 days. Job description was not available. It was a expect hiring. Assessment time was 18 days. And recruitment time was 52 days. Okay. Similarly, second one, approval time was 12 days. Job description was available. Types of hiring, local. So see here what we are doing. Before taking action, I will also further validate my root causes using advanced tools like, when let's say here, I suspect, one of the Pareto analysis is telling, well, it appears that it appears that approval time, because there is a delay in approval. It is affecting my recruitment time. So recruitment time here is the Y, and the approval time, because I am not getting my approval on time. That is why I am delaying. When the data both are continuous in nature, it's continuous and continuous data both, I can make a scatter plot. Scatter plot means something like this. If the approval time increases, recruitment time increases, we say this is a positive relation. Okay. And we can also get something called as correlation coefficient, and I can also do a regression equation also. I'm not going to go into those details right now. We are in a yellow belt session, but very easily I can get my regression equations also from this. And all your processes, they follow they have their own regression equations. It's the only thing is that we have to collect a little bit of data and find them, find these regression equations. Now here in this case, it appears that approval time is affecting the recruitment time. But I may also get something like this. Means approval time might be anything. There is no relation with the recruitment time. I approved in 2 days, still I took 60 days to recruit. I approved in 20 days, still I took 60 days to recruit. I approved in 10 days and still my recruitment happened in 15 days. So there is no relation. So the scatter plot will tell me whether the relationship between X and Y is there, whether X is root cause or not. So in the previous case, like here, if I get something like this, I'll say there is X is the root cause, X is affecting the Y. But if something like this is there, then I'll say X is not the root cause. So don't worry too much about it. Okay. So let us see, let us look at our data. Recruitment time and approval time. Let us do a scatter plot. So recruitment time and approval time. Yeah, appears to be affecting. So this is the root cause. And I will do something about the approval time. I'll draw a new process map. I will find solutions. I'll generate solutions on that. But how about the assessment time, time taken to assess the candidates, etc.? Is it affecting? Let us see that recruitment time and assessment time. Okay, let us see. Well, no, it's not related, not much related. And as I told you, you can also get correlation coefficient, how strongly they are related. You can get a regression equation also. But I think even if you understand the graphical charts visually, that's also fair enough. So right now, I will act on approval time, but I'll not bother about assessment time, because assessment time, even if I reduce, it is not going to affect my recruitment. So that is not my root cause. So I've got my validated root cause based on the data now, approval time. Now let us look at the type of hiring or job description. Is it affecting? Now here, I cannot make a scatter plot. Why? Because let's say, if I want to, you know, this is a recruitment time and job description availability. Is it impacting my recruitment time? Now, job description is available, and here it is not available. Let us collect the data. We have already collected the data. When it is available, let us say there are two types of possibilities. My job recruitment time is low. When it was not available, in those cases where the job description was not available and we had to write it, and then it was a lot of to and fro happening there. It took a long time. We make box plot. The box plot actually divides the data into 4 equal quadrants or quartiles. It tiles the data into divides the data into 4 quartiles. I don't have time to discuss about the box plots, details, etc., or quartiles, but just understand the basics. I'm just telling you. So looking at this data, it appears that, whenever the job descriptions was available, it really reduces my recruitment time. So what I will suggest to the organization, that if you want to reduce your recruitment cycle times, ensure that all your job descriptions are available. So next 2 weeks, create all the job descriptions. Everyone creates, and that will drastically reduce my cycle times. It will also tell you how much it will reduce. Difference can be easily seen. But suppose if I got graph like this, I got graph like this. Available or not available, doesn't matter. See, the job descriptions were available. Still, I was able to recruit people in 10 days or sometimes 50 days or 60 days. Not available also is showing the same pattern, varies from 10 days to 60 days. That means I will say, well, job description availability will not ensure your faster recruitment. Look somewhere else. That is not your root cause. Okay. So let us see what's happening in our case here. Recruitment cycle time and job description availability. I will make a box plot. Why? Because my data, X factor is attribute data. This is attribute data, right? And this is continuous data. So when I'm dealing with continuous and attribute data combination, I will use a box plot. Okay, so this is how, I just wanted to tell you that our root causes are found. And once you find the root causes, you act on the root causes. This is how just wanted to summarize. Whenever you are analyzing the data, when it is continuous data, you use a histogram. Attribute data, you can use a Pareto chart. Continuous and attribute, you use a box plot. Continuous and continuous, you use a scatter plot. So all of you can join my interactive live training also. So let me, before proceeding to an improve phase, let me also tell you how you can join my training. So there are trainings happening. Now, first of all of you will get a yellow belt certificate, so don't worry about it. Those who attend the full training, they will get. If you attend, if you can spare some more time, 15-20 minutes more, I will tell you, I'll complete the improve and control phases also for you. Then I'll show you some case studies as well. But before that, let me, because some people might be in a hurry to leave, and they are asking me that if I can tell you how to join the session. So my team, if you can please put the dates of our training programs, green belts and black belt training programs. Yeah. So my team will show you, and how to join also, they will tell you. Yeah. So those who want to join my session, they can most welcome. Now today, I'll tell you, if you see my other yellow belt training programs, I'm very, very energetic. Now, today I'm a little bit less energetic because of the jet lag. But yeah, I think you still got a lot of information. That's what I feel. And if you just let me know if you got some information or not. Okay. Yeah. So let me share now your the PowerPoint, the dates. Okay. Okay. Yes. So these are the weekends training. So I conduct 4 batches. You can join any of the batch. By the way, not only you can join any of the batch, you can join my program any number of times in the future also. Suppose you attend my training today, after 6 months you want to revise, most welcome. Once you are our students, you can join, you can join our sessions any times in the next. One person attended after 15 years, he said, I want to revise. In the last batch, every batch you will find some people, they are attending. So training on the weekends, Fridays and Saturdays, or Saturdays or Sundays. We have 2 batches, Friday, Saturday batch and a Saturday, Sunday batch. Then I have one training batch in the morning, which is around 8 to 10 a.m. in early morning. It is like, depends on which country you are. So it depends on, I think, it's early morning for Middle East countries. And one is in the evening, the similar time, whatever time we did this training today, the same 2 hours, you can join those sessions. And they are very interactive, and they are also, we will help you. You will not be only listening to me, you will be also doing the things with me. So whatever we did right now, I was doing it because it's a yellow belt training. And our batches are starting from 27th, next batch. And another batch is starting on November. So better join the early batch, and I'll be taking the session. Yeah, so for those who will be joining these 2 batches, I'll be taking the session. And you can connect with me on LinkedIn. You can write to me in case you want to interact with me on LinkedIn. I'll be happy to respond to you on the LinkedIn. And you can just follow me. You can follow me on Facebook also. You can follow me on Instagram, or you have company Anexas. You can follow the company on Instagram. And any other information my team would like to tell apart from this? Yeah. So our one, we also have, if you register for Lean Six Sigma, do a green belt and black belt, you can receive our data science or Power BI training, whatever you want, totally free. Okay. Original fee is 3,500 plus VAT, but for this batch, this year only, after that, we'll revert back to our previous fees, is 2,500 plus VAT. And avail for 10 certificates for free. Yeah. For yellow belts. So for yellow belts, you can you will be getting if you join our session today itself, or today or tomorrow, this offer is there. And what about the something else? Yes, if you want to join only individual green belt, it is 1,000. Black belt is 1,500. Total is 2,500. A discounted fee I'm talking about. And if you want to do master black belt plus data science also, it is just 3,000. Okay. You can join master black belt. I think better to do master black belt, finish it off at one go. So these are the training timings. Those who are interested in knowing the training timings: India time, UAE time, KSA time, Europe, etc. And I also do trainings in US but that is a physical training generally, or Australia. If you're joining from Australia or US, anyone from there, I conduct the physical trainings there. And also in Middle East, also I conduct physical trainings, but again, that is generally in-house trainings. Means your organization can connect with us, and I'll be happy to not only conduct the trainings but also guide you in the projects. We also guide you in the projects. If you're interested in guiding the projects, we complete the projects also. Now, when you are joining our green belt and black belt training sessions, we'll be doing a project together, and that will be our class project, which will be reflected in your certificate also. Okay. We also conduct some more free webinars like this, like you can join our project management workshop, CPHQ workshop, yellow belt training, data science, Power BI, etc. Okay, now okay, so now let us come back to our improve phase now. So here now you have to generate the ideas. So you can use 635 techniques. 635 technique, because of the lack of time, I'll not describe those techniques, but you can watch those videos. So I'm giving you those videos right now as a link, and you can brainstorm on the ideas. When you are brainstorming on the ideas, there are certain rules which you need to follow. So let me talk about those rules also.
Once we have which need to be followed in brainstorming. The rules of brainstorming are: give equal opportunity to everyone who is participating. So tell them to participate, and you can use different techniques. As I told you, we will be learning in the improve phase. Capture all the ideas, so document all the ideas. Whatever is being discussed, whatever ideas the participants are given, someone should be there to document, or a scribe you can appoint to document all the ideas. Leave your designation and ego along with your shoes outside the meeting room. That means don't think that if you are senior, your idea carries more weightage. So obviously this ground rule should be very clear to everyone, and everyone should be encouraged to give an idea, and everyone's idea should carry equal weightage. There should be a non-threatening environment. When people are giving ideas, they should not be afraid of giving ideas. So you should create an environment where people should be encouraged to give the ideas. Also, we should ensure that wherever the brainstorming is taking place, there should not be any disturbance, so people are focused on brainstorming. Sometimes people might deviate from the topics. There is a tendency that some important issue crops up during the discussion. So at that time, you can always create a parking lot saying that, well, this idea or this issue is very, very important, and we can park it to be discussed after a while once we complete the brainstorming on this particular topic. We should encourage people to fantasize freely. We should not put brakes on our thoughts. So you can give some out-of-the-box ideas, you can give some wild ideas, and if people are giving you wild ideas, they should be encouraged. If you give a specific duration of brainstorming, we should try to complete the brainstorming within the time duration, and defer evaluation. Now, this is one of the rules which is often violated. People start discussing the ideas. Someone gives an idea and someone else says, well, it will not work in an organization. Or some other person gives an idea and someone else comments that, wow, it's a great idea. So don't evaluate. Reserve your comments for evaluation at a later stage. When you are generating the idea, when you are generating the root causes, they are not to be evaluated. You cannot say that it is a good idea or this is a very good root cause which you have thought of. No evaluation, just write down whatever is being suggested. Generate quantity, do not worry about the quality at the initial stages. So you have to generate lots of root causes, lots of solutions, more the better. A pearl diver, he dives into the sea to find the pearls. If he just collects 10 oysters, the probability of getting the pearl is very low. But if he collects thousands of oysters, the probability of getting the pearl is very high. So similarly, if you want to collect great ideas, some of the out-of-the-box ideas, some creative ideas, then definitely you should create more and more ideas. So how to generate those ideas? There are different techniques. Once we have collected the data in the
lots of links are given to you, so you can watch. FMEA is definitely a must. Here you imagine how you will fail. It was used by NASA for the first time. So how you will fail, and then you prevent the failure. So it's a very, very useful technique, and please watch that video for sure. If you were to watch only one video out of so many things, I'll just say watch the FME video. So please watch the FME video. It's a very powerful technique, and you can apply this FMEA immediately next week onwards. Just go back to your process, and FME can be applied. I've given an example there also. Here I can see it being applied to one of the software giants in US. Not soft drink giants in US. So one of the, there are two giants, one of them is plant. So so these things, generate the ideas and using tools and techniques. Once you get the ideas, then you implement the ideas. Once you implement the ideas, you will find that your process has improved. Once you improve the process, you have to control it. You should be able to sustain the gains for a long, long time. So for that, do control charts. So let me show you what a typical control chart looks like. Here, if I go back to our project. So we implemented our solutions, and now we want to see whether our process is improved or not. So here you can see here so this was our process before, which was taking around 50 plus minus say 10-15 days. And now it has reduced to 24 days. So this is what any CEO would like to see, any department head would like to see. And that's what Lean Six Sigma is able to deliver. Now, today I did not discuss about there is basic statistics of average and standard deviation, and what is process under control, what is not under control. If you are interested in watching that part also, you can watch my any other yellow belt session. So I will put one of my links where I have described, many yellow belt sessions I have described about the control limits, concept of control limits, what is normal distribution, what is the use of standard deviation, etc. So please, yeah. Uh, yeah. So you can please watch that. So my team, can you please put that yellow belt session? Any last one, or anyone generally which we give it to the. So you can watch that, and you'll also find a different style of my training there. Okay, any questions you have? I think some of you had some questions, so I will be happy to answer. So this is the yellow belt session, which is given here. Okay. Now, see Arnab is asking what is the importance of Kaizen. See, Kaizen is a subset of Six Sigma. You can see, Kaizen is also using similar tools, but uh, Six Sigma has got more depth. Means the data analytics, you'll be learning about regression, you'll be learning about chi-square test, you'll be learning about ANOVA, you'll be learning about mood median test. So there's so many important statistical concepts which are applicable to all industries, and usually Lean and Six Sigma talks about that. But when you are looking at when you are doing a Kaizen project, it's simple tools are applied and quickly you improve. So I can say Kaizen is, if I want to depict, Kaizen is about stepwise improvement in steps, improve something, hold for some time, improve something, hold for some time. And Lean Six Sigma is about breakthrough, there are sudden jumps. So this is the kind of improvement which you are looking at in Six Sigma. Yeah. So that was a brief answer to your question. Okay. Let me show you oil and gas project. If oil and gas people are still around. Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll just show you that project. And also my team can pull out one of my yellow belt sessions where I have talked about 5S, where I have talked about 5S implementation in a hospital. Usually in the CPHQ training also I do that, or one of the training programs I had spoken about the 5S. So we can play that as well. So those who are from, anyone from hospital is also there here.
4 years ago, somewhere in Middle East, one of the largest oil companies took up a Lean and Six Sigma project to reduce the rig move time from 7 days to less than 3 days. By doing so, they would increase their production capability without investing in additional equipment. I'm Amitabh Saxena from Anexas Consulting, and on 2nd of May, in American Society of Quality's World Conference, I'm going to talk about how around 50 people of different nationalities came together to solve a problem which was considered to be very, very difficult. In our journey, we used lots of Lean and Six Sigma tools and techniques, including the change management methodologies and advanced statistical tools. In our 10 years of existence, our company has completed many projects, but this project still stands tall amongst all of them, just like Burj Khalifa. So see you there on 2nd of May in Charlotte in USA.
So that was now I'll just quickly go through that. See, those who don't know what is rig move, rig move is something like, you have got the whole process of drilling an oil well. You have to assemble a structure, and after the oil well is drilled, once you drill the oil well, then after that you dismantle the whole structure and take it somewhere else to drill a new oil well. So just to so those who are from hospitals, I'll show you a hospital project also, don't worry. But right now, define phase, we wrote a problem statement. I'll do a quick one, I'm not going to spend too much time. So I'll just do a very, very fast track presentation. So we had 5 to 7 days, we want to reduce it to 3 days. And we made a team. People were trained in the site also, and people were trained in the head office also. So we trained the people, and once after we trained the people, then although there were a lot of language barriers, cultural barriers, but everyone understood this language of Six Sigma. Started with the CPHQ, how the move takes place. So basic 6 steps are captured here. The output, customers, inputs, and suppliers. And then we write a project charter. It takes 5 to 7 days, and we would like to reduce to 3 days. And if we are able to do that, it will save our 174 days of oil production additional. The project Gantt chart was created. In the measure phase, we collected the data. We also got our Sigma level. And in the last 1 year or even last 10 years, never we had achieved before 4 days of average time per month. So it was a big challenge. So we started with analysis. Again, we followed the process and data door. We did a Pareto on all the rigs, which rig is taking most of the times. And we found that some rigs were taking too much time. So we did a Gemba investigation there. We identified the waste. We implemented 5S also. And if you are interested in learning about 5S, there is a link I'm giving you. You can watch that. I have talked everything about 5S in that link. So it's a 10-minute video, but you will learn about everything about 5S in that this 5S training program. So we implemented 5S and then also shared ideas with the team. And after that, we did a Ishikawa diagram. We did a box plot on the rigs. And I could see that some of the rigs are taking too much time, and there's a lot of variation also. We thought that distance is the cause. Earlier we thought that more the distance, more the time. But scatter plot revealed that distance is not the root cause. Because even if your distance is 2 kilometers, still you take sometimes 2 days, sometimes 15 days. and your distance is 50 kilometers, still you are taking sometimes 3 days and sometimes 15 days. So there is no relation with the distance. So problem is somewhere else. So we did now, this was, we have not talked about these tools and techniques in our session, yellow belt session, because yellow belt, you don't have to go into the details or the high-end statistics, but we applied some high-end statistical tools, which we learn in green belt and black belt. And we found the root causes, validated root causes were wasteful steps, starting time, remove readiness, and motivation. And then we improved. We use 635 brainstorming technique. I've already given you the video of 635. You can watch what is it. 6 people write 3 ideas. So we have a group of 6 people, 2 groups of 6 people here, writing 3 ideas in 5 minutes. After that, they exchange their papers. In 30 minutes, you will generate, the 6 people will generate 108 ideas. So we generated lots of ideas, we applied those ideas, and I'm not going to describe those ideas because they are all related to. In fact, one of the, this might be interesting for you. One of the root cause was motivation. So people were not motivated. See, for last 10 years, they're doing the same thing, routine job of rig move. So we converted every rig move. Now we used gamification theory, which was actually one of the idea given by the participants themselves. So we can gamify the whole thing. So we, apart from other solutions, which of course are technical in nature, this one was interesting. See, we converted every rig move into a game. So the people there knew a game of cricket, which is played in some parts of the world. So we converted the every rig move into game. Now it could be football also. So some rigs we have converted into football match. So you identify some rules, and then it looks like you're playing a game of when you are making a rig move, you have to score as high runs as much as high runs as possible. Like in football, you can score goals, or you choose your own game. Basically, gamification converts your job into a game. So people generally look forward to every rig move now. Earlier, they were fed up of doing the rig move again and again. Now they are looking forward to every new game because human beings like games. So anyway, there are a lot of things we implemented, and finally we were able to reduce the rig move time, and we are able to control it for a long time. And yeah, that's how a typical project is done. So this just wanted to show you a very quick one more project I can show you. Some people are still from healthcare, they are still around. Let me show you that as well. This one I have already shown you. The other one, let's say, reduction in dispensing the medicine in a hospital. Very quickly, I'll show you. So we write a project charter. It is taking 20 minutes to dispense the medicine in a hospital, and we would like to reduce it to 10 minutes. So we collect the voice of customer, and we identify that we identify the measure to be medicine dispensing time, very critical. So we start with the SIPOC, and then we map the process. We identify the non-value added activities. So a lot of activities are there which are not adding any value. So we eliminate them, and we segregate and try to eliminate the non-value added activities. And then after that, do a cause and effect diagram. And then we identify our Y and X factors. So here medicine dispensing time is the Y, and some of the critical X factors are listed here: encoding time, encoder, preparation time, preparer, type of clinic, all the, this is the Y and these are the X factors. Then we have validated them using different tools. some of them we have learned today. So you can just make a sense out of it. So we made a first histogram of our current process. And then after that, a box plot of profiler. Is profiler impacting my medicine dispensing time? Profiler is an attribute data. So I did a box plot, and equivalent, we also do a hypothesis test. Then here, a scatter plot on number of items versus the time. And Pareto chart on the clinic, like is one clinic more impacting than the others? So we can see that cardiology, spinal clinic, and neurology, they are taking more time. And similarly, so all the X factors, I just wanted to very quickly talk about it. So here, all the X factors we are investigating one by one using the tools and techniques. And then after that, identifying the solutions. So we are acting on only the root causes. See, why we are not able to improve our processes is that we are confused with so many factors. So when you're trying to solve a problem, there are so many factors we think are influencing. And when we are looking at, let's say I throw one ball at you, you can catch it. But if I throw 100 balls at you, you will just forget about, you'll just enjoy. You'll just look at them and say, well, I'm enjoying you throwing balls at me, but you can't catch anyone. Similarly, when I'm dealing with the root cause, you can solve the problem. But when we are dealing with lots of causes and we don't know what is the root cause, we are confused, and then we live with the pain of the same capability of your process. So they got this, they implemented it, and they were able to reduce the time. Similar projects we have done in hospitals to reduce mortality rates using, again, data analytics, which is advanced data analytics, where there we have used ANOVA and chi-square tests, etc. Then we have also done similar projects in banking industry and so on and so forth. So I think we got fair idea, and with that, I'll just leave with you with some videos, and also an invitation to all of you to join my sessions. And with that, I'll be happy to answer only the questions in the chat box, but my team will play some of the videos. So Preem, if you can just play Lean and Six Sigma in manufacturing industries, Lean and Six Sigma in healthcare industry, and even I think facilities or hospitality or facilities, if we can do that.
The world we have created is the product of our own thinking, and we cannot improve the world without improving our thinking. The long-term chronic problems of manufacturing companies, like low productivity, lower machine efficiency, high rework, high inventories, high product wastage, can't be solved using only experience, logic, and intuition. You might be a good operations person, a good engineer, or an excellent operator, but you need to have basic knowledge and understanding of some problem solving and process improvement tools too. Here is how Lean Six Sigma can improve your processes in manufacturing. Lean Six Sigma is defined as a business improvement method that aims to maximize the shareholders' value by improving the quality, speed, customer satisfaction, and reduce the costs. It merges tools and principles from both Lean and Six Sigma to do this. It has become the most popular business strategies for deploying continuous improvement in the manufacturing industries. With its help, you can make sure that only essential steps remain in a process. The moment I say Lean Six Sigma techniques, high quality, low cost, increased profits, and customer satisfaction should automatically come to your mind. It is very rightly said that machines are mere pieces of metal if they cannot be made efficient. Lean Six Sigma helps you to do this. What is the core of Lean Six Sigma? It's DMAC. Yes. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. It helps you to reduce the existing problems with unknown causes. Here we train the staff of the manufacturing units as the green belts and black belts, and they convert all the problems into improvement projects. So now the difficulties become opportunities. Then they complete these projects and get certified. It's a win-win for both the organization and the employees. Now, how does Lean Six Sigma decrease the cost? Shijo Shingo said that the most hazardous waste is the waste that we do not recognize. Firstly, Lean Six Sigma focuses on removing the 7 wastes like overproduction, transportation, inventory, etc. from a process. In manufacturing sector, this step can lower the cost of a process by leaps and bounds. Secondly, Lean Six Sigma focuses on solving the problems caused by a process. Here we focus on the processes, not on people, because we believe that 85% of the problems are due to the processes and not due to the people. Defects in your product can cost your organization a fortune. So the focus is on reducing the defects by focusing on the processes. Let me talk about some Lean Six Sigma tools that can be used in manufacturing. Value stream mapping, Kanban, 5S, cause and effect analysis, control charts, DMAC, 5 Whys, Kaizen, hypothesis tests, etc., etc., etc. Let us talk about a few. 5S. A well-organized workplace becomes important if you want to eliminate waste and reduce the errors. 5S is the way to do that. Control charts. By understanding the control charts, you can understand the difference between the common causes and special causes. For special causes, you take immediate action, and for common causes, you take long-term actions. Kanban. It is a visualizing tool on maximizing the flow of goods and work without unnecessary inventory or transportation. Then we have 5 Whys. Ask why 5 times and you will get to the root cause of the problem. Hypothesis tests. They establish the relationship between the outputs and inputs, and you can get the root cause with 95% confidence. Value stream mapping. It is used for defining and assessing the movement of the raw materials from the beginning of the process to delivery to the customer. It is a way in which the current state of a process is documented and the future state is visualized. If you want in-depth knowledge about all the tools and techniques, you can always join my Lean Six Sigma Green Belt and Black Belt training programs. So that was about Lean Six Sigma in manufacturing. I hope you have got a clear picture about why Lean Six Sigma is so important in the manufacturing industry. Share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you don't want to miss out on our important updates on the tools and techniques of Lean and Six Sigma and even project management. Happy learning! There are so many stakeholders in construction industry, the customer and the users of your building or construction, the project organization, the contractors and the staff at the construction site. Lean has something for everyone. Of course, our primary objective is to satisfy the customers, both external and internal, so you can reduce the project delays and quality defects in your organization. You can improve the safety of the employees at the construction site, reduce the inspection times and non-compliances, drastically cut down on the rework resulting from errors. We have even reduced the architectural designing time in many cases to almost 50% of the original time by eliminating the wastes in the process. Once a process has been perfected with the lean methods, there are safeguards as well as checks and balances put into place to ensure that this efficiency continues through the life of a building or structure that has been constructed. In this particular industry, errors mean danger and extremely costly rework using expensive raw materials. So taking the time to eliminate errors before they happen is crucial to the success of any company specializing in constructing any type of building or dwelling. If a construction company is looking to minimize defects, then Lean course can really help the bottom line and make a huge difference. You can even combine it with Six Sigma and make it Lean and Six Sigma implementation to take the advantage of statistical tools also. The employees take up improvement projects after getting trained as green belts and black belts. They focus on identifying and eliminating any unnecessary waste in that particular system. This is one aspect of lean certification methodology that creates great demand for certified professionals, especially true in the construction industry. A specialized lean certification in construction will give the employees the tools they need to improve the quality of whatever they are building. Lean is a skill set that all of the leading construction companies in the world know to invest in when it comes to hire their employees. Because this eliminates the errors and also improves the quality, customers start to take notice and become loyal to the brand, knowing that they will always be able to get the best possible building at the lowest possible prices. Companies who utilize lean methods know the importance of quality, and the quality of their employees are at the top of the list. Certified employees are a source that construction companies are willing to invest in. This is why salaries of certified individuals are on an average significantly more than the non-certified colleagues. This also improves the overall corporate culture within a construction company. Because of the certified individuals, everyone knows their role and expectations within the company and exactly how teams need to work together to bring about the positive changes. Do share this video with your friends in construction industry and let me know on what topic I should make my next video. I am a Lean and Six Sigma certified Master Black Belt, have implemented Lean in many construction industries and would like to invite you to my Lean construction training programs.
I am Anexas Master Black Belt Amitabh Saxena, and let me talk about importance of Lean and Six Sigma in healthcare. Lean Six Sigma concepts are used in industries all over the world to improve a process, eliminate waste, and reduce defects. In the healthcare industry, defects not only affect revenue and customer satisfaction, but they signify the difference between life and death. Lean Six Sigma is critically important in healthcare because it helps in reducing defects that can result in medical errors. There are so many challenges in the healthcare industry, like an aging population, shortage of workers, increasing litigation, and many more that require long-term improvement. Because healthcare industry deals with saving lives, errors cannot be accepted at any cost. So, how does Lean Six Sigma really help? With the help of Lean Six Sigma, you can shorten the waiting times in hospitals. The lesser the people wait, the efficient the hospitals will become. Reduce medication errors and even try to completely eliminate them. Improve turnaround time for lab results. Provide better care at lower costs. Ensure that the medical staff makes fewer errors. Reduce mortality rates, improve patient care, improve quality, and improve overall patient experience. How can you do that? By training the staff as green belts and black belts and allowing them to do improvement projects. Lean Six Sigma training and certification in healthcare provides the tools needed to address the challenges at various levels. It is a time for the healthcare industry to utilize Lean Six Sigma methods to its fullest and drastically change the healthcare industry for the better. Don't you want to be a part of the industry where patients are happier, physicians want to work for you, the cost is as low as possible, and at the same time efficiency is high? If your answer is yes, then Lean Six Sigma is your choice. We have implemented Lean Six Sigma in more than 25 hospitals worldwide, including ministries of health of 4 countries, and we can help you too.
Lean and Six Sigma is an improvement methodology which reduces costs, defects, errors, cycle times, and increases the customer satisfaction, resulting in better efficiency and higher profits. In short, it does whatever a CEO or a shareholders want. It is used in all domains, be it manufacturing, services, oil and gas, IT, construction, banking, healthcare, textile, telecom, BPO, and whatnot. Here, we convert the improvement opportunities in the organizations to projects and train people like you who are working in these processes as green belts and black belts who execute those projects in 5 phases: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. In define phase, we set the direction for improvement by writing a problem and goal statement and forming a project team. In measure, we collect the data and understand how the process is performing. In analyze, we analyze the root causes, we map the process, identify the waste, use cause and effect diagram, Pareto analysis, graphical analysis, and hypothesis tests. In improve phase, we generate ideas to take care of root causes using lots of tools like brainstorming, mistake proofing, FMEA, etc. And in control phase, we sustain the improvements for a long time by using process management and control charts. To become a black belt, you just need to know addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and of course, a lot of fire in the belly. Do I need to tell you that? Of course, it is Anexas where professionalism meets fun and where people fall in love with statistics and process improvement. Well, that's what our clients tell us. And we take pride in telling that we are the best. If you are not doing Six Sigma with us, then you are missing something.